Hello and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Winona and I'm with the lovely, friendly, awesome, talented, amazing friends. Can you introduce yourselves?
Ah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, same.
Gotcha.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Candlestick. And today I'm going to be playing Joy Fuller, who is here. I'm very excited to play my child character again. It's been a little while.
Hi, I'm Whis. I'm playing Missy Ford, and you guys can see the title card. You know who Missy is and what she's like. I am so stoked to play this child. She is just nuts. She's 9 now.
Yes, she's
She's had a
9.
birthday since the last time I played her. She is now 9.
Yes.
She's joined Joy in 9 years old.
Which is just freaking incredible because, all of my characters, I've been keeping track of their ages as they age because we age them for some reason in actual time.
Yeah.
And I when Missy was when I made Missy, she was 4.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. That does really age ya.
I joined the draft house when my daughter was not even a year old. So
Aw.
she's a very good yardstick as well. But it's just what is the passage of time? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, making me realize how long we've been playing D&D on the server for.
I know,
Uh-huh.
right? I didn't even like yes, this is also you can see and I'm also playing Mad Lad and he was 8 when I first joined the server. Like I put him as like, oh yeah, he's like 8 years old, but now he's turning 12.
Yeah. I believe Joy was 6 when she started. When I started, so that yeah. I think she's 9. I might have to go back and do some math to double check. She might be
I
10.
have a
But
spreadsheet. I just put the date of birth in and it gives me the age.
uh
Nice.
see, Cassie and Crystal aren't as hard for me to track because I accidentally made Crystal my age and then I can
Mm.
just subtract to get Cassie.
Yeah. I think
I have a lot of characters, so I kind of need the spreadsheet, especially when you've got characters in your roster anywhere
oh yeah.
between
Ah,
Missy, who outside of my NPCs, Missy is my youngest character. And then it goes all the way up to my oldest PC, who is Thad, who is 88 at the moment.
Dang,
wow.
nice.
So I'm like, I need to have these in here. Most of my characters are in their 20s or so, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to know these things.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
Yes.
Like
So valid.
I think I originally I think I put Scribbles as the age that I made that was myself when I made him and it was just I just been keeping track and I don't know when I need to remember when his birthday is because he may be turning 30 now. But anyways, guess what the theme of the today's FES is?
Oh
Birthdays.
god. Oh
Is
god, I'm
it
getting old.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm getting old.
Oh
Lol.
god, I'm getting old. Yeah, Mad Lad is turning 12 and he is having complicated feelings about that. Mainly because his two bestest friends in the world are younger than him by a couple years. And he's like, oh dear god, I'm turning 12 next year. I'm going to be turning 13 and they're not turning 13. What will happen to us?
As you do as a kid.
As you do. And he's been sort of just taking the approach as he likes to do, of ignoring the problem.
He hasn't learned, has he?
No,
No.
he is not.
There is a reason why I drew Missy the way I did.
There is a reason why Joy isn't helping him.
Haha, I'm in danger.
God, I love it so
my.
much. This title card is incredible.
Yes, I love
It's
the
so
style
much-
card. It's an amazing
So
style
much
card.
fun painting that.
Yeah.
I found a reference for Missy's pose, and then I'm like, now, let's make it more ridiculous.
Yes. It just
Good.
reminds me of like Missy trying to slam dunk a basketball, but no, it's just a cake. And Mad Lad's just like, ha, I see.
All right, while we talk, I'm going to go and open my CSP file, and I'm going to find you the reference, because I think that layer is still in the file. So carry on.
Nice. Yeah. So Mad Lad has been not only in the bestest moods of lately, as his friends would know, but also kind of ignoring them in general, which is very much unlike them.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. Oh dear. Alright, first roll of the day. How is Joy taking being ignored? Alright, that's the 14. She's doing fine. Her mental health is better.
Alright, I gotta do one of those for Missy too. What did you roll for that? Was that a
Uh,
Whis, yeah. Well, that was a flat roll. I haven't added her Whis modifier to it. Hold on. Yeah. +1, 15. So she's still doing fine.
Alright, let's see how Missy's doing. I'm using Rise Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, what do we have?
Oh my fucking god, that is so perfect.
What is it?
I'm just gonna make Afraid do the math so that you can see what she's got a -1 with save modifier.
Wait a minute. Oh
That
my
is a
gosh,
zero!
yes!
Oh my
Yes!
god.
It's a nat 1 minus a 1 for people in the audience. It's a 0. Missy is not liking this at all.
No,
Nope.
and like the other thing as well, because there's two factors to this. Mad Lad is ignoring them. That's not normal, so something's up. That upsets her. It is also upsetting Joy.
Yeah.
This
Joy has
is also
abandonment-
bad.
Joy has abandonment issues, so
This is also bad. Missy is super pissed because Mad Lad is ignoring them and upsetting her. Mad Lad is upsetting Joy. This means war.
So, where do you want to ambush Mad Lad? Just for simplicity's sake.
Side note,
If he's-
I just did some math. Oh, my girl is 10. Oh,
She is
Bless.
10. Aw.
she's in double digits now.
Double digits,
Bless.
yay!
That's right, yes, because Missy is the youngest by a little.
Yes.
Yeah, Missy is the youngest.
Think thunk. Okay, so if he's going out of his way to avoid them, and he has no scruples about skipping school, he is probably not at school, would be my assumption.
Yeah, he's not at school.
Because, actually,
Are they still in the castle?
I was just thinking, like, are they still
At this
plot
point,
bound
they
to
be
the castle?
at this point, they know they're not being actively targeted. They were probably okay to be at home, but just under strict supervision until they actually get rid of the thing that's underneath the city.
Right, and, like,
Joy.
none of them live in University City, so it's probably safe
Yeah.
to be in Toontown anyway. So that's fine. Because he's big, but not that big. We hope.
Yeah. He's not that big. It's still a very impressive size.
Yeah, not enough to stretch from UPA to Gisnet. But anyway,
That would be big.
that would be big. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's not been going to school so that he can continue to avoid them. Self-fulfilling prophecy, much, Mad Lad. And so I guess by this point they've been friends long enough that I assume that the girls know where Mad Lad lives.
Oh, yes, very much so.
So the bell is going to ring. Missy is going to. Hang on. That was a nat 1 on her whiz. I'm just going to roll her a quick intelligence to see whether or not she's so pissed that she's not going to do the sensible thing. Hang on.
Oh no.
Okay, her straight modifier is no better than her save, so that makes that a foot. Okay, that's not terrible. That is a 16 minus 2 because she is dumb, but her brain cells are knocking together because this shit is important. Okay, so she is as the days have gone by and Mad Lad's not been there and he's not been like hanging out with them and she's been seeing Joy getting upset and she's upset twofold. Missy is starting to be very grouchy. And it's going to get to the point where she's just like, the bell rings at the end of the day and she's like, we gotta do something about this.
That's Joy's deception modifier, by the way.
Oh my god.
To say that no, actually, she's completely fine with Mad Lad abandoning them. Like, he's probably busy. It's fine.
That is an appropriate nat 1, I see. Oh dear. Look, she has a -1 insight modifier, but like, even
It's
so,
fine.
I'm not gonna contest against a nat 1.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, Joy's upset by this.
Okay. We gotta do something about this, and we gotta do something about it now, because this is stupid! Hold that thought! And she's gonna run over to the front office, and you can kind of hear her muffled yelling. Like, she's so agitated that she cannot keep her voice down. She is yelling about using the phone, and she is just going to call Dorian, going, I am doing a thing! I will not be home immediately! And then hang up.
Oh my god. I think that Dorian and her might have a word when she gets home about, look, I'm glad you called. That was a little bit impolite.
Look, she's trying. She's so cranky, but the fact that she got a 14 means she remembered to do this much.
Yeah. Very proud of her for that then. That'll come with like, I don't know, what's her favorite food?
Oh shit, I don't know. I don't know. Probably something made with rice.
Alright. Well, favorite meal. Favorite meal when she gets home. Of the
Like,
I'm so proud of you, thank you for letting me know. Now can we talk about your attitude, please?
She'll be able to explain the whole thing at the end of the day, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But anyway, so she has now, at the very bare minimum, told her guardian she's not going to be home straight away after school. Please don't freak out. Now, she's going to go back to Joy and go, right, let's go break into his house.
One, you might want to persuade Joy because Joy is like, well, for one, Joy has not let her guardian know yet. For two,
look, baby steps. She thought of herself. She didn't think about Joy doing it too. What am I doing in persuasion?
but Joy's currently being like, but like that's rude. You're not supposed to break and enter. And if he doesn't want to see us, then like He has to have a reason. Maybe he. Okay.
Missy's surprisingly good at this.
Oh, what does she do?
I think it's Whis against a persuasion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yep, no, that's a 13. No,
Nice.
it's a 12.
Even better.
So
Now, come
what
on.
does Missy just like wait her to ramble out and
Yep.
just like and then be like, all right, yep, no, we're going.
Good point. Disregard it. Grabs her hand and starts pulling her down the street.
Yeah, Joy's be like, all right, fine, we're doing this. I think let's roll a. Did you roll intelligence to see about letting someone
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I did.
This is fun. Oh, cool. Yep. That's a 13 plus 2. That's a 15. What she's gonna do is she's not gonna go to the office. She's gonna touch her little necklace and be like, Daisy, can you let my parents know that I'm gonna be late? Daisy can handle that. I'm sure there's no problems or complications that'll come from that.
Oh my goodness. My goodness, golly god. Okay. Okay. Now the girls are on a mission. They know where Mad Lad lives. I don't think I want to roll them a survival to see if they get lost because we're not here for that.
No, not today. Today's on a mission.
Now, if I recall
It's fine.
correctly,
I also just rolled a 19 on survival, so
oh, okay, great, fantastic. Now, if I recall correctly, Mad Lad lives with Crew, and Crew lives in an apartment complex. Is that right?
Yes. And they're,
Yes.
I forget exact floor, but they're not on the ground floor. There's at least
Yeah,
3
yeah,
or 4 stories up.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know what? Joy might have a map hand drawn in her bag.
Oh, yes, yes.
Because she does that.
That she does. She
She does
absolutely
do
does.
that.
All right. So they're going to get to the apartment complex, and Missy is going to be considering. Okay, let's see. There are on that floor. I'm pretty sure that's his balcony. I could climb that.
What do you got, my girl? I'm not seeing anything that. I don't know if she has anything to help on that front. No, all right. She has invisibility.
Something.
She has disguise. Oh, wait, she has charm person. Is there a door person?
No, it's just an apartment complex.
Oh, all right. Is there anyone coming in and out of the building?
Let's say probably not. Let's say people say let's say probably not today.
Okay, all right.
If what I remember about the complex is accurate, it's probably not the kind of place where the door to the stairs is like something you have to like swipe in on. You can go into the hallway or into the stairwell, but and then each individual apartment is locked.
Because it's a genius loci.
Yeah.
The apartment complex is just one giant genius loci with many like each apartment is a genius loci itself. So
it's kind of like
fun.
a hive mind or something.
Yeah,
if I recall right.
it's kind of a hive mind.
Just
All right,
damn
well,
cool.
in that case, Joy is gonna look around, like think through what she knows, and then is like, thumbs up. Yep, go for it. And she's gonna give Missy guidance.
Oh.
Nice. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, cool.
You have a D4 you can add to an ability check of choice.
All right. Well, I want this to be as snazzy as possible, so I'm going to use that D4 here. So let's roll the D20 for her. Ah! It's not quite a Oh, yes, Missy. Yes!
Do
I
we have a
love
dirty
rolling.
20?
No, let's find out. It's more than it. Which is such a high number. I love Missy's acrobatics. Okay, so there's the D20 and then the D4 plus her modifier.
That's a
Oh
yeah,
my god.
that's a nasty 33. Yeah, just explain how Missy is
Oh.
acrobating, seeing climbing herself up there.
God, so like now if I had a nickel for every character of mine that does parkour, I'd have 2 nickels, but which isn't a lot, but it's odd that it's happened twice.
Yeah.
So Missy is apparently really good at free running and parkour. So she is just gonna be like hop up onto like the side fence, onto the first balcony, and then just hoop, and like it's maybe not flips. She didn't nat 20 that, so I'm not gonna make it be completely ridiculous, but it is pretty damn ridiculous
Yeah.
at a 33. So she is just swinging from one to the other, and then is perfectly perched on the rail of the correct balcony. And then she's just gonna turn and wave at Joy and like, "Are you coming up?"
Yeah, Joy's gonna call up, yep! And she is nowhere near quite as smooth as Missy, but that's a 24, so she makes it up very easily. I think she looks at the way that Missy did it as like, I can't make those jumps, so and then
It's like-
is just going to like look for another way up, like maybe onto a dumpster, and then like grab the corner of like the stairwell, and then just like sort of like jump her way up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she uses the fire escapes.
Yeah.
They have both scaled this building like absolute pros.
Yep. These two 9 and 10-year-old children just scaling the outside of a building.
You know, let's just
Absolutely no escape.
Given what some of their after school pastimes might be, this is probably a good sign.
Yeah, this is normal for them. Now let's see.
God, now I'm picturing them hanging out at the top of a clock tower like in Kingdom Hearts.
Yes! Yes! Eating ice cream, yes. Drew a picture of that, not to say a while back.
Oh,
Can't remember if it
cute.
was for Art Fight or not, but felt like it. But anyways, let's see if Mad Lad can notice them. Because he's just right there watching TV. Just ignoring his problems with ice cream. That's an 18.
I mean, we could also stealth.
Yeah. Do you want to stealth? I've got something that can maybe help with that. Hold on.
I would love to stealth because if they're up high enough, there's usually not a whole like people don't usually lock their balconies. I
No.
imagine when they're
Yeah.
like 8 floors up or whatever it is. So it's like they'd just be able to just slide it open.
Not only that,
slide
but
it close,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
I have Blessing of the Trickster.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
you do have that.
Yes.
You
Also-
give yourself and one other use your action to touch a willing creature other than yourself to give it advantage on dexterity stealth checks.
Yeah, which also this would make sense too because a crew's job as an assassin, he usually probably doesn't like using the front door. He probably just after a
Comes
job
into
and
the
like
balcony.
going across roof from roof just climbs down fire escapes and just goes through the window. I could just see that.
All right, so advantage, huh?
Yep.
That in half this household, actually probably all this household, except for maybe one person, probably has used that window just as a basic exit. So this just makes total sense.
Okay, well, I'm glad I had advantage from that because that wasn't as hilariously good. But her stealth modifier is still pretty decent, so that makes it a 16.
Okay, well, I'm glad Missy went up first because despite Joy's stealth modifier.
So,
Still on that one?
that is her second one for today. Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh dear. Okay. She's upset. She is very upset about this whole thing.
Yeah, like I think it was like when she jumped off of like the top of the bin to get to the fire escape. It made that big boom boom noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Raccoon's in the trash.
yeah, Mad Lad hears that noise and like he rolled he rolled an 18. Say 11 plus say 11 plus 7 equals 18. So Mad
Yeah.
Lad hears this like say it probably been like not a quick as like look at, say with Missy, but with that loud noise from say Joy, he immediately looks over and the kids are just staring at each other now.
He's got Missy standing on the railing of the balcony like a vulture, staring at him, and then
Yeah.
Joy like climbing up the last little bit, and it was
Yeah.
at this moment he knew he was fucked.
Yeah.
At this moment, he knew he fucked up.
Missy's just gonna get in there and fling the door open, and I'm gonna tackle him.
Roll for attack.
Okay. What would you? This one, Nona. That's not great. For a grapple, I get to choose acrobatics or athletics, don't I? Or do you get to choose?
It's athletics to grapple. It's athletics or acrobatics to get out of a grapple.
That's a
Yeah.
shame. Because her athletics isn't quite as good, and I rolled like garbage. So she may miss, but we'll find out.
Let's see. Mad Lad is better of acrobatics, so that's a nat 20.
Far out! He does not want anything to do with this. He's like, shit!
Shit.
Now I'm like, are we rolling for initiative now?
No, Mad Lad is he's just not grapple. He's just standing. He just like instinctively like backs up, almost like very much almost kind of parkour. It's just like he goes from sitting to standing in like 5 seconds. He's like,
And Missy is poised like a cat on the couch where he was just sitting.
what the heck?
I have two things that I could potentially use with Joy, and I'm trying to figure out which one she's gonna go for. I'm gonna roll, see what she goes for. Is she gonna go with the de-escalation or the escalation? All right. Let's see. All right. De-escalation it is. that was a good roll. All right. She is going to cast Calm Emotions. Just Wait, Maddie, we're not here. We just want to talk. And then it sort of comes out. So, make a charisma saving throw. Both of you.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
Alright, charisma saving throw. Okay. Alright, that's not bad.
Nope. Don't put the D in there.
That's
It's
a
not
14.
a D15.
All right. Well, the Whis save. Sorry, the charisma save was a 15. So
Yeah.
Missy.
Missy has not been calmed down.
Missy has
Given
not
as she
been
got a
calmed
nat
down.
1 on being angry about this earlier, I think that's probably very appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
now
Mad
that-
Lad.
Yeah. He's calmed down a little
Um,
bit. His posture is relaxed slightly.
Yeah, so you attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Choose one of the following two effects. Make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. When the
Yeah.
spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again. Yeah, so
Yeah,
she's like,
you
Maddie,
at least-
we're not a threat.
Yeah, you basically stopped Mad Lad from running away, even though he knows that. I forget. Does Calm Emotion know that you've cast the spell or not? I forget.
I think after the spell ends, you're aware of it, like Charm Person.
Ah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I
That makes
think
sense.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mad Lad, calms down a bit. It's like, hey guys.
You'll be glad
Yeah,
to know
also
that Missy
kind
is
of
trying to grab
telling.
him again.
Also kind of telling that Joy's first instinct was to use calm emotions on someone who's supposed to be her friends.
Yeah.
Missy's trying to grab him again. She's gonna noogie him bald.
All right, let's see what this is. Ironically, that that ain't gonna work. That's a dirty 20.
Dang it! I think she's gonna, like, when he dodges her the second time, she's just gonna go, hold still! I need to noogie all of your hair off!
Now, does this constitute as an attack?
Well, she's not actually trying to hurt him, so...
I will leave that up to the two of you.
Fair enough. Mad Lad is still gonna just dodge. He's like, hey, stop it, stop it, stop it.
No!
What's gotten into you two?
What do you mean, what's gotten into us? What has gotten into you?
Nothing's gotten into me. As he tries to make a deception roll.
Oh. Press F to doubt. I feel like you have to do that at dis somehow.
Yeah.
That's fair. Which is glad because his first roll was a nat 20.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we're not
God.
having that.
Yeah, that's a 15. No, that's a dirty
Alright.
20 actually. I was looking at his one right below it. He's actually not half bad at charisma.
Okay, well,
So insight.
Missy, why are you
Oh
so
no.
shit? You are so dumb. You are so fucking dumb, Missy. Oh my god. She has a -1 to her insight, which makes it a 12. And
Hey.
Joy got an 8. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I need to roll again. Oh, well, that's great. That's
Honestly,
great.
Yeah, honestly, you probably get.
No.
Yeah, Mad Lad. They say Mad Lad has grown up with thieves and pirates. He knows how to lie.
That's a deception.
God
Joy's
dang
not
it.
upset by this at all.
I think the way that Missy is going to interpret the nothing's going on is there is no continued threat kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, because of all of the shit with him getting kidnapped and then them getting kidnapped and all of that bullshit, part of her was like, okay, was it that? And then he's like, no, nothing's going on. And she's like, so there's something else, then. Why haven't you been at school? You don't look sick. Bit sweaty, maybe.
I'm not sweaty.
I think Joy's sort of tugging on Missy's hand like that. Missy, he doesn't want us to be here. We should go.
No, that's not. No, I don't want you to be here.
Missy just sort of folds her arms and is sort of looking at him, and because he's so much taller than her now, she has to look up at him.
Yeah.
I have to give this girl a growth spurt. Holy shit. She's so short.
Yeah. Love her though.
She is still pressing press X to doubt. But like, for goodness sake. She doesn't have anything else. She's too stupid. So she's just sort of glaring at him.
Let's see. There's no stat for this, but I'm gonna roll for guilt. Oh yeah, that's a 15. He feels pretty guilty. And he is just sweating profusely as he's trying not to get rid of them, but at the same time doesn't want to really say what's really going on. And which just is making him stand there awkwardly at the toonish expression of having a secret with, like, sweat running down him like rivers.
Here, I can maybe make it worse. I think the next thing Joy says is, if Missy, if he doesn't want to hang out with us anymore, that's okay.
No. That I don't. I want to hang out with you guys. I absolutely do. No, how? He just like hands down face.
Then why haven't you been?
Because I'm turning. I'm 12 now.
Missy is going to pause. She is going to roll her. There it is. That is not a 1. Lovely.
Hey.
She's going to reach into her pocket and she's pulling out one of those little flip calendars. Flip, flips to the current month. Now, did we decide that his birthday was today?
Yeah, we're gonna act like this FPS is on his birthday.
Yeah.
So she's cool as a cucumber. Just pulls out this little flip calendar. Flips to today. And then shows the calendar to Joy where it's got Mad Lad's birthday written on it.
Oh, I rolled a history. Joy did not remember that today was Mad Lad's birthday. Oh.
And then she's just going to close the calendar, put it back in. I'm going to roll another d10. That is also not a 1. Thank you, Teacup, for not letting the dice go onto the floor. And she now is going to have big party popper things pointed at him and just go pop with the streamers. Like, the most calm, neutral expression. She has said nothing. Just show the calendar, put it back, pop! Streamers in face.
There's like there's a moment that there's just streamers like covering his face, like he's just like standing there, and he just then growls and just shakes his head violently as it just the party like confetti just goes off. He's like, no, this is not a good thing, guys.
What are you talking about?
Are you
It's a
mad?
chance for a party!
No!
Party!
No! This is the problem. I can't be 12 yet. That means next year I'm gonna be 13.
I mean,
Even I know that's how numbers works.
yeah. Joey's just nodding. Yeah, like 13 comes after 12.
But that's a problem. I'm gonna be a teenager, like an official teenager, not like a preteen. And say things change when you become a teenager. I'm scared.
Oh, I can help with that. Joy is going to go digging in her backpack and she's going to pull out like a pamphlet like the "So you're becoming a teenager and your body is changing." That she got from her mum, who is a nurse.
An info pamphlet about periods.
I love this.
Just here, my mum knows all about this. So if you have any questions, I can answer.
No, this is not. Oh, that's not one of these things. I mean, maybe I'm not 13 yet, but no. This is the wrong thing. It's like socially, 13 is much different. Ugh. He just like rubs his hands on his face and he just slouches. He just like slouches on the couch.
Missy is
Gotta
taking
say.
the pamphlet and is now reading the pamphlet.
I gotta say, I think that was a moment where it's like it's the wrong thing, and she's like, "Oh, do you need the like biologically the other one?" Starting to pull out the other, so you think you're becoming an adult kind of thing. Because I don't know whether they would have like a combined one or like separate ones.
They probably have
Well, I
like
can't
specific
imagine
like
why they would.
teenager.
But I can't imagine why they would give Joy one about male puberty.
True. So maybe it's like
It's just the female one.
Missy is just reading over the section about like hormonal changes changing your mood, and then she's just reading that and looking up at Madlet and then back at the pamphlet, and then. Well, I mean, it seems pretty accurate so far.
You guys don't get it. I'm gonna be next year. I'm gonna be turning 13, and you guys are gonna be still kids. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm only gonna be 10 next year. Ugh.
Joy's just the. But why? I mean, I'm friends with people that are much older than 13.
There's a difference. When you say, ugh, I've seen this happen before. Say, when you grow up and become 13, you change. And say, the people that you hang out with changes too, possibly. It's just, ugh. It's not, say, come on, Missy. You gotta know the tropes. You know that teenagers and kids are mortal enemies.
I'm gonna roll her something here. I'm not quite sure what, but I'm gonna decide when I see what the number is.
Because Joy is currently looking at her like, what is he talking about?
I mean, I think probably history or just straight intelligence, which is the same for her, is probably what we're talking about here.
History would probably be it. Yeah.
Okay, so that would make it. I don't really need Avray for this math. Do it anyway. Gosh, she's so dumb. Oh my god. I love her, but god, she's dumb. Okay, so that's a 13. So that's not terrible. So I think she's probably thinking about. She's also still kind of glancing at the mood swings part of the period pamphlet. But also she's just sort of going like what she's specifically thinking is the way that they did the world building in The Kids Next Door.
Yeah, basically,
Is
yeah.
that kids versus teenagers sort of thing.
Yeah,
And then she's just sort of going, I mean, I have seen it, but I thought that was, specific to those people. I didn't think it was like universal.
I've seen it before in real kind. It's just like when you turn 13, you say you just become different and say you don't want to hang.
That's what the pamphlet is for.
Yeah.
It's not biological, it's social. Though he's just pouting more, just becoming very disgruntled and very much unknowingly being more what the pamphlet's saying.
Well, you're being a social pain in the butt right now, so I suppose.
Yeah, but I'm worried that this will affect the group. I'm afraid that's gonna affect us. Like, what if I don't want to lose you guys?
Why would you lose us?
Yeah, because of the social thing. Like, teenagers are not supposed to hang out with kids. It makes them uncool and everything, but I don't want that to happen. I love you guys. You guys are my best friends.
So don't care about being cool. I've never been cool. So it's no big deal.
But it is a big deal though, because I don't just he just like say again, hands running down his face.
Do you want to be cool?
I mean, not if that's worth you guys. You guys are the coolest.
Then why would anything change? You don't want to stop being friends with us, and we don't want to stop being friends with you, so then we just don't.
Yeah, we say that, but I've seen it happen before. Like people, let's say kids make these pacts that they're not going to change, but they then suddenly do change once they turn 13, and I'm afraid that's going to happen. I don't want to suddenly change. I want to stay. I just want to be friends with you guys forever.
Well, I mean, we could just promise.
Oh, isn't there like a pinky promise?
Yeah.
Pinky promise. You guys are that serious?
Yeah. Besides, if it only happens when you turn 13, you've got a whole year to worry about it. And if you have your villain arc next year, then we can kick your butt and then rehabilitate you. Easy.
That does make Mad Lad snort and just smile.
Joy's making an internal mental list to ask Daisy when she sees them next about the like teenagers becoming no longer friends kind of thing. Is that a thing? They should know about that, right? Honestly, I think Daisy should have a sit down and talk with Mad Lad about like, no, actually, this is like, yes, that some people feel like they want to try and grow up, but not everyone. You don't have to worry about it if it's something that you really care about.
Honestly, Mad Lad's gonna roll, like try to remember about Daisy for a second. Let's see. Yeah, that's only a 9. He does not remember. It's like, ugh. I mean, This is just so stressful, especially when today's my birthday. I don't want to. I don't want to ever lose you guys, ever.
Well, avoiding us is not going to be helping.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, all you're doing is rather than losing us next year, you lose us this year.
But I don't want to ever have a chance of losing any of you. To say, you guys, and he blushes, are just really special to me, alright?
Then don't act like we've got cooties. We've been through this.
What was the conclusion they came to with cooties?
I don't remember.
I think they realized it had to be made up because otherwise they would have all caught it by now.
that does sound right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already all got cooties. Which aren't real.
Yeah. They say this is true. I know. Ugh.
Where did you learn all these things? Because, like, half of them don't seem to be true.
Mm, I don't know. I've traveled around when I was say with my pirate family. I say I've seen the reactions of like kids and teenagers in real kind, and real kind teenagers aren't really kind to real kind kids, and I've heard that like even some of their friends like turned on them once they become 13 because it's not socially acceptable once you become a teenager to be around kids anymore.
That doesn't make sense. Chifley was a teenager when we left home. He was
Yeah,
still
but you're
nice to me.
I mean, that's true, but you're also siblings, which I mean, technically teenage siblings and kids really aren't good to each other, but you guys were. I mean, you guys had a lot of things going on.
Yeah. And I'm like, you and me are closer in age than me and Chifley. So, like, there are kids in our class who have older siblings who are the same distance in age to you and me. And I always look at them and go, really? My brother was 14 when I was born.
I don't have any siblings.
Yeah, and I don't either, which I feel like that could be a blessing at times, but I mean, technically Alexander's my brother. I mean, to say, but we're still trying to we're still trying to recover from that.
I guess, like, Daisy and I kind of act like siblings, and there's like, she's counting on her hands, like 300,000 years between us. It's very wrong math, but
Yeah, and say Mad Lad's like, oh shit, Daisy. They say what's gonna happen to they say what's gonna happen when I turn 13 and they say and literally we're friends with the god of childhood. What she's gonna think about that? Also, was
Does,
she like
can
I mean-
grown-ups see Daisy?
yeah, I mean, they're friends with the people that helped us, and they're much older than was it 18? Yeah, yeah. 18 is when uh Daisy doesn't have domain anymore. But like, they can still be friends.
I
He
mean
told
that
me so.
I mean that technically makes sense. They are a god and they need followers and say I don't know much about gods, but it's just like you can be any age and be a follower of a specific god, no matter what domain they are. But that's besides the point. But it's just like Look,
I don't really know much about domains, but if you have to be 18 before Daisy stops being able to do whatever, if you're still covered by Daisy, you're good. I don't think there's any problem.
I'm just look. You would understand. Is I don't. You understand, Joy. I've had abandonment issues also, and I don't know. I'm just afraid of losing you guys, and it's just by an unknown force that I can't control, and that's just if it's like there's so much I don't know. Is saying just growing up, and it's even more confusing for me since I'm half Toon and half real kind. I don't know what rules apply to me.
Well, we'll just fight it then. If it's a force, and we'll win, like last time.
Since when have you been good at following the rules?
That's true. That's very true. I love you guys, and I again just don't want to lose you, and maybe ignore you guys was a bad idea. I don't know, I was just afraid to talk about all this.
Because we're girls, isn't it?
I mean, girls are kind of emotional.
She's just giving him a look now. It's like she
Yeah.
is not clever enough to know the phrase of pot calling the kettle black, but that's the vibe of her expression right now. She's just sort of looking at him going, "Really? Is that the line you're gonna go with?"
There's like Joy's holding her finger up to her mouth and just like,
Well, I mean, I guess, but I mean, I also know people who aren't girls who are also emotional, and girls that are girls and aren't emotional. So
she's just like,
And you can't do any worse than Chifley. When he gets upset, he freezes everything.
Oh, dang, really?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of knew his mood was sort of based off ice, but at the same time, if he has a meltdown, he literally literally goes sub-zero.
Yeah. You remember when we woke up at the castle and he was sort of half avoiding us, which I also needed to beat him up for. And his hair was still white. Yeah, he was still covered in frost and stuff because he was still upset.
I see. Why are emotions so troublesome? As he just flops down on the couch again.
Missy's gonna just sort of sit down next to him.
I don't know, but I'd rather have them than not.
I was told that negative feelings are helpful, even if they don't feel good when you have them. It's important to feel them and to let them run their course. You can't force someone to not feel bad things because you need to.
I suppose so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, now I feel like an idiot.
Missy's just gonna pat him on the side of the head.
Yep. One big preteen idiot.
Ugh. You're gonna probably feel the same thing too when you become a preteen.
I don't don't know. After this experience, I don't think that my friends are going to abandon me the second that I become a teenager. It's gonna come up.
I don't know. Say, I know girls and boys are different, but I don't know the line. I don't know the line there. I heard girl teenagers are even nastier than boys.
Joyce filled out the pamphlet again and is like, here you go. If you want to know the differences between boys and girl teenagers. It's just
I can ask my mum. She, cause she's a nurse, so she'd know all about it. And Daisy too. Daisy knows about growing up. So and and my Mama Nikki, she knows what it's like to deal with people who are grumpy and grouchy all the time. So maybe she can help too.
And people keep telling me not to grow up too fast, and I don't think that they mean time-wise, because I cannot prevent that. But like, I think what they mean is like not trying to be responsible or something too early. Because I mean, Chifley had to.
I feel like
Because
that ship has also sailed with me. You forget that I had to, before, say, meeting crew and everything, I was out on the streets living by, say, an orphan street rat.
She's just sort of giving him a look.
You cannot sit there and tell me that half of the things that you do on a regular basis over the last 2 years has been even remotely responsible.
I mean, technically not. I mean, it depends. Like, I had to like figure out how to get food. I had to get food before I met crew, and I actually had like a home and food on the table, or at least junk food on the table, because for the longest time when I first became a velvet, we basically had to learn how to cook because no one in this household knew how to cook except cakes. But that's not a reliable food source in the long term.
I had to too. I didn't get to go to school, and I had to learn how to take care of myself. And I was told, same as Missy, that I didn't I shouldn't need to be look after myself like that, and that was what the adults in my life were for.
I'm not allowed to cook.
I'm not allowed to use the stove unsupervised.
I tried cooking once. Chifley says that I'm about as good at cooking as our mom was, which, apparently was not good. I don't remember. I was very small and she was very sick, so I don't remember her cooking, but apparently she wasn't very good. And I'm not either, so I guess I'm like her in that regard. So I think I have enough not being able to feed myself outside of junk food for the three of us.
I can cook. I can use the stove. I'm just not supposed to. And I get in trouble if I do.
Yeah, I know
We
how
need
to
like a secret clubhouse, and you guys could be out catering then.
Well, I'm pretty good at making stew and everything, and that's sort of the only thing that I know how to cook reliably.
I can chop wood. I can do that.
Yeah.
My one of my friends he taught me how to make curry. I can make curry now.
Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds cool. I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool.
For reference, Arata taught Joy how to make curry so she could gift some to Azumi for Animus.
Aww,
Cute.
that's adorable.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry also. I can see if I can make us a stew.
I could go for stew. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a bit warm for stew, though, isn't it?
You can have stew any time of day, any time of season. I resent that.
She's just gonna sort of shrug.
I don't know.
I have peanut butter.
She does have peanut butter in her bag.
I think we have jelly in the fridge.
You like peanut butter and jelly. That's a 19. Apparently she likes peanut butter and jelly.
They start making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
It's really funny with like peanut butter being like, or peanuts being like such an allergen. I'm surprised Joy hasn't had her peanut butter taken off her at this point. She's probably hidden it very well.
Yeah.
Potentially it may be because we've got a majority of Toonkind at school, so peanut allergies would only be for the purposes of being funny for most of them, rather than being something terribly life-threatening.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that whole you cannot bring peanuts or shellfish or whatever it is into a public school probably doesn't apply in Anquel.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like Mad Lad does get out the peanut butter along with the bread so they can start making sandwiches together. And I can sort of see after they make the sandwiches be out on the little balcony just looking over Toontown.
I'm gonna roll an acrobatics. Not your best work, but that's still a 16. Missy is going to be sitting on the handrail, kicking her legs.
Yeah, I think Joy's just sort of like leaning up against it.
Yeah, Mad Lad is also sitting on the rail with Missy.
Oh, well, if Mad Lad's doing it, then Joy might, after a moment, to be convinced. Like, okay,
The
well,
balcony over so that she can sit on the balcony table with her legs over.
I mean, her acrobatics is fine, so she'd be fine with it. She's just like, oh, it's, like, I'm not supposed to do that thing. And then okay, we are doing this thing. Okay, then I guess I can do it.
Yeah.
Joy is very easily peer pressured by her two chaotic friends.
Yes.
Indeed.
Look, Joy is someone who didn't have any rules growing up, then got adopted by two very rules-following parents, and then got two very non-rule following friends.
Yeah.
So she is easily swayed.
So, you still worried about being a teenager next year?
Yes, but less so now.
Well, good, 'cause I mean, we'll be there, and if you really don't want to lose us, then we promise that we will keep pushing you, even if you push us away.
She looks a little nervous about that, like, and adds on the end of,
If you want us to.
Of course, I want
Missy's
you guys
not going to give him an out. Missy would not give him an out. She'd cut in there and be like,
Oh no, you got no say in the matter. You're stuck with us forever. Forever!
she's going to do the, like, spooky hand gesture thing.
Yeah, Mad Lad reaches over and just like gets her in a headlock. Oh no, yeah, I'm not going anywhere if I can help it.
Excuse me while I roll acrobatics to avoid being grappled. I love Missy so much. Okay, so that makes that a 29.
Yeah, and Mad Lad is a athletics is I forget how to do math right now. That's only a 13. He was like playfully doing it, so is a she totally gets yeah.
If anything, he goes to get her in a headlock, leans, wraps her arm around, and now he is in a headlock, and she's getting to noogie him like she wants.
Hey!
Noogie, noogie, noogie.
Yeah.
She'll
I
let him
think
go after a minute.
I think Joy's pulled out like some of her like art paper, and she's currently drawing Missy with Mad Lad in a headlock, and just the like adding like little things like being stupid about like uh about growing up and like knocking some sense into him and sort of thing in the like the title of the
Mhm.
for next time that you like I think it's titled like reminder, and then she's just like here for if you forget um
Here, for if you start to feel nervous again or think you're gonna forget us, now you have this.
Mad Lad takes it and smiles as he looks at it. Thanks.
Amazing. You're so good at that. That is exactly how that looked.
Yeah, you're a really good artist.
Aw. It's not her best work. I just rolled. What's your sleight of hand? Okay. That's like a 12, I think. Yeah, that's a 12 overall. So I think it's a little messy just because she's sitting on a railing doing this.
Fair.
But
Mm-mm.
it's yeah, she's also in there too. She's sitting next to the two of them.
Mhm.
So, the sun's not gone down yet. You want to do something fun for your birthday? You know, before it's over?
Hmm. I'm thinking fireworks.
Yeah. Oh, mm, where? Mm, do you know where where? Is there anywhere doing fireworks at the moment?
Oh yeah, I say I know what store to rob.
Missy's gonna be trying to knock her brain cells together. That is a 15, which makes it a 13. Okay. 13 for brain cells. There's quite a few brain cells in there. And she's just gonna kind of look at Joy and then look at Mad Lad.
Okay. Let's just not start any fires. Okay?
That could definitely be arranged. We'll go to the park and do it over a pond.
Thumbs up.
We'll make our own fireworks show. Hey, if we do this every year, then they'll start expecting it. Then we won't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Joy is like are we supposed to, I thought we weren't supposed to steal, and then there's like oh yeah, no, okay, we weren't supposed to steal. She gonna be peer pressured into this wisdom. Yes. Okay. Yes. She's just like, yeah, Mad Lad is upset. Let's do this. Like, I'll help. I just won't tell my parents about this.
Oh my god, I love these kids so much.
Yes.
Their collective IQs goes down when they are together.
Look. Joy's the process is but we're not supposed to do that. Oh, okay. We are doing that knowing that we're not supposed to do that. Then we just gotta not get caught.
Yes.
You know,
I
I'm gonna
think.
make. I have a thought.
Oh.
The Mad Lad needs to roll a history. Just to
Okay, you
remember
do that.
shit.
Because I think if they do go and steal fireworks and set off fireworks, we probably do want to roll something to see if they do get caught. Because if they get caught, that would be a perfect moment for a cut to black.
Well, Winona is rolling or figuring something
Yeah,
out.
I'd say,
We'll...
let's see. No, he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember what. He doesn't remember the costumes that are specifically for stealing.
Oh, the ninja outfits and or black and white stripe.
No.
Yeah.
Say Mad Lad. Yeah, Mad Lad just wraps an arm. Say Mad Lad. Say smiles and just sort of off the hip. Say sort of flushes for a second as he then just quickly just wraps an arm around both of them and say gives them both each a kiss. Say a kiss on the cheek. He's like, "Yeah, let's go!" And he immediately starts climbing down the building.
Aw.
Aww. Local boy loves his friends. More at 11. Cutie. All right.
Well, that was a
let's see.
perfectly average roll for how to take that. So Joy is a little confused, but he's got the spirit. All right, what are we rolling for the 1 stealing fireworks and 2 getting caught?
Let's roll stealth to see if they can. Let's roll stealth to see if they can get the fireworks / not get caught.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to give us a guidance?
Yeah, well, I have something better. I have invisibility.
And Mad Lad
which-
also has Pass Without Trace, which he's totally casting on all 3 of them.
I love this so much. Crime kids.
Okay, that's a nat 20 on Mad Lad. He is making sure no one gets caught on his birthday.
All right. Okay. So, fucking go.
So it's plus another 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the roll plus the 10 for the pass without trace plus whatever
I think
we
it's
get
advantage for invisibility.
Advantage
All
for
right,
invisibility, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just start. Okay, pass without trace.
Oh,
And
good.
that's a modifier. And we're looking at yeah. Okay. So to improve that, Benny. That is still a.
Yeah.
No, wait. Yeah, no, yes. That's a 35.
Yep.
Oh my
Missy is gone!
Mad Lad's gone. Missy's gone. Joy's gone. They say this is a smooth operation, and
Oh
they
my god.
and they just go in, get out. No one knows that anything's missing, even though it's blatantly obvious. Like the largest like grab pack is gone now.
This is honestly a little bit terrifying from 3 preteens.
Yeah.
That's what happens when they're player characters.
Yes.
Oh god, because what would have Mad Lad's number been? Because that's a 20 from the nat, and then plus 10 for the pass without trace, so 30. And then what's his stealth modifier?
His stealth modifier is a 9, so that's 39, man.
God. 35,
Fuck.
36, and 39 from these children.
Oh, I love that we've all got.
Yeah.
I love this game. All right, so they get it. I'm almost inclined to say that because they're all above a 30, we don't have to getting. It's just ridiculously high.
Yeah, they're not caught at all. They're gone. They got everything they wanted, and they went to the nearest park that had like a giant lake, and they just started setting all of them off.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't get caught. I think I'm gonna maybe roll like a flat perception to see if like anyone like really notices it.
I don't think they do. They can't. Not on 30s.
They
No,
notice
as
the
in, like,
fireworks, but like
yeah,
not the
yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was a nat 20, so people definitely do notice the fireworks, but they're not caught.
Yeah, exact. Yeah.
They've picked the right spot, so people are like, okay, yeah, that's where fireworks normally go off, so maybe there's a thing we didn't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine them putting like a whole bunch of them like on maybe on a raft or something so it can go off in the middle of the pond.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they're
for sure.
sitting
Yes.
in a tall tree to watch the fireworks going up.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. So even
yeah.
if anyone comes to like to check it out, it's like, oh no, it's just an abandoned thing in the middle of the ocean, like in the middle of the lake, going
Yeah.
off.
Hee hee.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes.
That's a really sweet ending too. I love them.
I love them too. Though I also do find I also had this one funny thought.
Oh yes.
If Mad Lad eventually goes to Chipley later, and it's like he'll probably eventually go to like Joy's mother and everything, but like that's a nurse, that's a woman. He probably needs to talk to a man about this, a guy, a fellow guy. He's like, Chipley, what's this all about? And will I have a period technically?
Okay, one. You might get a bit of a smack, like a light bonk, from probably not from Verity. She's not the sort. But from Nikki
I
of the. What do you mean? What do you mean that just because she's a nurse she can't know these things? Like she
No, it's
might
like
get mad at that.
no, it's like a girl. He's like, I mean, he's like a girl. It's a girl nurse. He's just like maybe if she was
Chifley is also a nurse.
I keep forgetting that part. So he's like, I should probably go to like Chifley. He's like boy nurse. You probably know about this stuff.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just picturing so they got this beautiful scene of the early evening sky with the fireworks and the kids in the tree watching the and then you get that sometime later card, and then you've got just this still image of Chifley looking at Mad Lad, and I continue to forget that Mad Lad and Chifley are at similar heights now. So just this 12-year-old holding a pamphlet about periods. And just Chifley just looking at him with a speech bubble going, is this actually gonna happen? And Chifley being like, oh my god, am I the only male adult that you know?
Well, he's not gonna ask Crew about this.
The problem is, like, if he had gone to Verity, she would have given him the right pamphlet. But unfortunately, it came through Joy, who is 10.
I know. And Mad Lad is like, yeah, the girls mentioned something like this. Can you explain to me more? I'm not very sure about this.
I would love to roleplay that conversation a later date. That'd be so funny.
That would be hilarious. Yes, I agree.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh god. You need to come up with some sort of like title that like like the letters shortened to PMS or something like that.
Yes.
We'll have to workshop that.
We'll
Oh
have to
my gosh.
workshop that,
Yes,
but-
absolutely.
Yeah, but I know that you have something else you need to do, Candles, later today. So thank you everyone
Yes.
for listening in on this 12 FPS. I hope you all have a good time zone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.